I guess we're going to start power washing this thing, see if we can get some of the stuff off of it. Mainly that area right there where it's trying to grow grass, and hopefully get it back towards that color blue again. I think that's probably what the color is we're going to paint it. I think it looks pretty good. Kind of matches my shirt. All right, we'll get after it. It's amazing what a good wash will do. Haven't decided on colors yet, but I think I'm gonna use this blue. And then go white up here, and then try to leave that bare aluminum maybe. And the top as well. I'm not sure if I want to follow this body line with the paint, or leave the stripe on it, and the stripe up there. Maybe you guys can comment down below and let me know what you think on colors. Nothing crazy. I ain't painting it pink. You can kind of see the difference here. This isn't even done that good, but you can kind of see the difference here to there, just from the wash. Haven't decided if I'm going to sand this thing down yet or just have it all soda blasted or something. Yeah, still a lot of work. Still remnants of the old bald-faced hornet's nest in there. I love these. Headlights are cool. All right, I'm probably gonna shut that down for tonight. I'm soaking wet. My underwear's wet, my butt's wet, shoes are full of water. So yeah, that'll probably be it for tonight. I'm probably gonna have to pull this thing up and out a little bit with the forklift. And yeah, try again with the other side because it's way too close over there. I'll eat more of it than I get off. Needs place to drain better too. Well, I guess I could probably do some. It'd be tough doing that top part though. Definitely have to get all the electrical cords hanging out of it though. Let's go get rid of them right now, honestly. Always check your surroundings. Do as I say, not as I do. So yeah. I'm probably gonna bring my smaller power washer over to do the top deck and on top of the roof, just so I don't move a million gallons of water and keep flooding this place. All right, we're gonna shut her down and I'll let you guys see what we got going on next. Started doing a little bit of sanding on some interior pieces one of my guys pulled out for me to see how they clean up. I think, like I said, I'm gonna paint them. I'm not sure yet though. I like that interior to be kind of like antiqued white, distressed. But that looks pretty good compared to how it started. Got a couple pieces that are just rotten. Kind of look like this though to start. It's all pretty screwed up. But hey, it's cleaned up good, so I'll take it. Not too bad if I do say myself. It's just a quick couple seconds there. And yeah, there's a couple spots there, but if I'm going to paint it, I don't need to get it completely off. Just need to get all this loose stuff off of here. There's a couple pictures on my intro of some of the paintwork I've done and some of the paintwork my wife's done as well. So she is the painted hammer on the face space place. Some of her work's pretty damn amazing. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think it'll look good and different. I know somebody's going to complain about that and say I shouldn't be doing it, but that's what's going to happen. I would say she's coming around just fine. That's just the first pass. Looking pretty good. Show you real quick what we're dealing with. She's got a little bounce in her. On the way back, she was flexing pretty good. Yeah, she had some movement. I'll show you. That's just from kicking it. You can imagine loading it while driving. It's pretty sketch. At about a foot or more of flex. Hopefully that stiffens up her a little bit and makes it not so crazy. I hope. Anyway. Maybe. We'll see. Well, as much as I hate to say it, probably going to be off those for another couple weeks. Got T-boned by a semi the other day. Have a broken sternum, torn cartilage, and I think something going on with my collarbone too. So we're probably going to let that heal up a little bit before we do anything. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. And it's a little shorter than the other ones, but as I get better, I'll start filming some other stuff. Thanks for watching. Got stuff going on everywhere. Then we got our lift working finally. Check her out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna be nice for putting the engines in that monster for sure. Pretty cool gantry crane. Runs around both directions for us. Can't even put her away. The thing's too heavy. She works anyway, so that's good. Look at that old sweetheart. This poor thing needs some help too. It's been a minute since I worked on her. Tires flat. Still runs though. Original 6-cylinder. It's the only thing that's original on her. We have an LS and a bunch of other stuff for this thing we'll get to one of these years. Probably after the Land Cruiser. But probably way before that thing's done. That one's good right now, at least. Gonna move some of the junk out of our way up here and put it back on the shelves back there by the boat. Get out of everybody's way. Found these in the boat. These are cool. I'm guessing early 80s. Dream koozies. We got the Reflex. And we got the Honda Rebel as well. Pretty cool stuff. We got to get all this crap back there. There's not much that I'm going to use. This stuff, old gasket sets, will probably go with the motors if I could find somebody that wants them. A lot of these limited parts that I need for sure. I'll get cleaned up and polished or something. And just a ton of little crap that I don't know what I'm going to use out of it. The big thing is that big old original spotlight. I'll rewire that, put LEDs in it because the wiring's a little jinked up, but should be pretty cool. I don't know how the controls work exactly. We'll have to work that out, but hopefully not manual. Or there'll be more I have to do. But a lot of parts I don't need that hopefully somebody on the Marionette Foremans on Facebook can use. I'll be sending all this stuff out to them. Might have mentioned this before, but this is the other thing I don't know what to do with. These two are the original 327 AMCs. They call them Fire or something in these things, but they're basically a Spitfire 327. I got 3 of them. This one needs some work, obviously. I have the heads though. What's weird about these is they're from Gray Marine, but that would be the flywheel. they're mounted in backwards, and the drives were off the front. You can see the transmission there, off the front of the engine instead of the back. Pretty weird setup. Never seen that before, but I guess it worked. Or maybe that's why Green Marine is out of business. This one's still the same thing there. I'm going to be looking to get rid of these. I don't know what to do with them. I don't want them to go to a junkyard though, so if anybody wants them, let me know. Free to pick up in outside of St. Louis, Missouri. I've got all the wood to the house now, except for a couple pieces. I'm starting to tear all the hinges and door latches and pulls off of it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this wood. I was going to try and save it. I talked about painting it first. Now I'm talking about saving it, but I think I'm going to have to paint it. I can't get over the color differences between all of it, with the water damage on some and not on the others. Like that stuff, it's bugging me. And then the difference in colors, like from that to that to this to that, it's just not digging it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish sanding off the rest of this, saving what I can, and then I'm going to, I suppose, end up painting it like the original idea was. There are a few that are completely trash I'm going to have to redo. Like this thing is just toast. It's just junk. So this one will get remade. It's already been covered with something because it was going bad. It's one of the floorboards. So yeah, I'll have to make that one. Replace it. The floor is all going to get covered again anyway with something else, so that's fine. So yeah, still lots and lots of sanding to do. But there's some kind of mold in this wood that when I sand keeps making me sick. So I got this whole shop closed off, make sure that no animals are in here, and I'm gonna run this ozone generator. It should kill off anything that's still growing anyway. Maybe kill a few of the mice in here too. We'll see what it does. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right, got everything off all these. Gonna crank this thing up for the night. These things are pretty dangerous if you like come into them after they've been running. So you always got to set them on a timer. Make sure nobody walks in afterwards, because there's basically an ozone generator. Kills off all the oxygen and everything else. So nothing alive can continue to grow. So I'm going to put it on high because the shop's 1,500 feet. I'm not sure how much that thing actually does. I'm going to set it for about 12 hours. Hopefully it doesn't kill the Land Cruiser. Cadillac's already dead. So yeah, it's not going to get any worse. Crank it on though and get out of here for the night. 12 hours to do it. Time to bail. It's been quite a few years since I had to do woodwork, but I don't remember being this messy when I was in wood shop in high school. But it's come along. It's just really, really powdery. I think I'm gonna go grab some poly and see what kind of color that brings out in this wood. Maybe we'll just leave it like that instead of trying to paint it all. Yep, I'll be back in a minute. We got a semi-gloss and a clear satin that we had here at the house still from the wife's business. So I'm going to dump a little bit of that on here and there and see what kind of color that brings out on the wood. If it was good enough, we'll probably just leave it be then and run with that idea. Shaky camera, sorry. See what she looks like. Maybe if I can get this thing open. So this will be the semi-gloss. Looks like white Elmer's glue. Just like watching paint dry. Kind of like it. Not gonna lie. If I don't like either one of these, we can always just sand it back down and get rid of it. All right, now we're gonna go with the clear satin. Let them both dry and check them out. See which one looks better. It's gonna be pretty dark both, so I think a little bit of shine in there would probably be nice, but not much. I don't like the gloss stuff I'm sanding off of here. Well, that looks pretty amazing. Can't tell much of a difference between the two right now, but once they dry, hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit of something. Should stop right about here. And I'm liking that color. It's not too far off from what it was before. There's obviously a little bit of darker stain in there. So yeah, we got a pile here to do still. We got a whole bunch of little stuff over there on the workbench and some doors. And my refrigerator stopped working. If someone wants to send me one, that'd be great. Just kidding, I can handle that part. Yeah, so again, messy as all hell, but we're getting there. That one's gonna take a bit. Well, after getting some bids on blasting this thing, I think it's gonna be done by hand. But the stripper's working pretty good. This is after just sitting for a couple minutes. I don't know if that's a primer or if this thing used to be. It looks like it might be a primer or a color. It used to be red on the bottom, I guess. And this hasn't been soaking very long at all, so I'll have to strip it all and I'll have to retreat all the aluminum. It's gonna take some grunt work, but ooh, that's a cool color. But hey, I think it's the way to do it. I'll drop some plastic down here and get after it. Gonna take a bit. back of the shop here. We got some major work done on the old boat. She is clean. Ready to start prepping for paint work, but I think we're gonna leave it like this for a while and start on the interior of it. A little more done. Everything's purple in here from the garnet. We got a lot of cleanup to do. You can see she's got some old dings in her and stuff people had filled poorly that we'll clean up some more on. You can see all the old patch marks from when it was built, covering up the welds. But yeah, she's clean. We'll have to run over it and knock it a little bit down. Probably some 220 or something. After that, we'll put iodine on it, and then we'll put a zinc chromate primer. I might start all that slowly but surely, but I really want to get focused on the interior of the thing. We're going to be doing some pretty big electronics upgrades in there, and probably going to spend more on those than we are the damn engines, to be honest. I know it's been a minute since I put out that last episode, so I hope I get to edit this up now. The whole heart attack thing has me moving slow, and then the breaking my sternum in that truck wreck didn't help. So yeah, we're making some progress at least. We have lots of cleaning up to do again. Everything's covered in that stuff. Quite a bit of filler up here on the front part too. Ugh, mess. See, there were some low spots they put like leveling stuff on. Just clean some of that up. Some of the seams through here I'll have to get cleaned up a little bit. Looks good though. Bring a leaf blower in, blow her all off, and I think all this up here is going to have a custom made sea deck covering on it. I got two colors picked out for the boat, and I think I'm going to do like a tri-layer sea deck on the seats and all this up here and down the sides. And all this up here I'll get painted white once I get it cleaned up. It's kind of a wreck right now too. Looking good though. Just trying to fall off this thing while I'm holding the camera and walking down the side of it with Crocs on. Not the best boat shoes, especially when it's covered in sand, or garnet I should say. So as far as electronics upgrades, obviously have to raise this floor up in this section here to set up closer to the controls. I think I'm going to do 2 vertical units, Garmin units right here. I'm going to cut back into this wall and lay them up through there for my radar and everything there. Not sure what size yet. I still want to use the factory controls. And interior wise, Interior wise, we're going to change a few things up too. All this paneling is going to get taken out and recut. This bathroom is going to get rearranged. I think I already talked about that once. So there's room for a shower. Kitchen's getting changed up a little bit too. It's going to have a bigger fridge put in it and some other stuff. Up here, I think I'm going to do 2 10-inch units on either side. Again, Garmin units with everything set up for autopilot. Lots and lots of work to do. Haven't made a decision on flooring in here yet. I may just end up doing the sea decking as well and maybe put it in like snap down so I can pull it all out of here and power wash it, clean it up. Lots of work to do. At least we got a bunch of the old tint peeled off the windows. It used to look like that. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. I think the ceiling I can save. Put it all back up in place, but I want to insulate all of it first. There's just some really crappy insulation in there right now. I'd like to put some spray foam in it. Tighten it up a little bit. And then the wiring, of course, like I said. Lots and lots of that to do. Alright, so that's probably going to wrap it up for this one. Like I said, apologies on how long it took. And we'll hopefully get one out sooner next time. Lots of stuff to do with the business though, so. And my health. Those are all priorities. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.